Welcome, fellow lecturers of NWK College. My name is Rhonda Impey and this is my submission for the local High 5 eLearning Awards. I would like to share with you how I go about using and developing screencasts to supplement subject delivery. This is useful for students to revisit material at their convenience, available on Moodle and downloadable onto their iPods. Join me on a journey of exploration with new and exciting possibilities for technology, communicating in a way that the students of today find second nature. I'll be guiding you through where to go for open source applications, how to download and use these apps. I have chosen to use CamStudio, free software that records screen activity from the Windows desktop into standard AVI files. Using Windows Movie Maker to edit and publish our clips and transitions into one single file, playable on any computer. Finally, using Videora iPod converter to convert our file into MP4 format, playable on the iPod. CamStudio is able to record screen and audio activity, ideal for producing software demonstrations. Let's start by downloading and installing CamStudio, along with its codec used to compress video information while maintaining viewing quality. Let's find a credible site to download CamStudio. There we go, free screen recording software. Scroll to the bottom. That's it. We want to save the two executable files, CamStudio and the codec. The codec is required to compress our video information. I'm going to save these exe files to a directory that I created earlier. C installs. And now I'm going to install these two executable files. First CamStudio. Agreeing with the terms and conditions, important to proceed. Installed successfully. Lovely. And now install the codec. Now we can launch CamStudio from our Startup menu and commence screen capture. That's our application ready to go. With CamStudio open prior to screen capture, let's check some of the settings. Have a look in the options menu. We have record audio from microphone selected. Make sure you have a headphone and mic plugged into the computer. In the regions menu, you can select either full screen or fixed region. I would like to capture most of the screen with the exception of the bottom toolbar. Like so. I'm now going to commence screen capture to create my video file by clicking on the record button. Windows Movie Maker is video creation and editing software included in Microsoft Windows 2000 ME, XP and Vista. It contains features such as effects, transitions, titles, credits, audio track timeline narration and auto moving. Let's have a look at how to use Windows Movie Maker. First, we need to launch it from the Startup menu. I'm going to start by dropping the AVI file I made earlier into a new project. Now I can drag and drop this file onto the storyboard ready for editing. I view the file clicking on this play button, and will click pause once I've found the point at which I would like to split the clip. Ideally, I would like to shave off the pre-introduction recording where I'm starting CamStudio, and similarly shave off the end bit where I stop CamStudio. Today we are going to create a Hello World message. That's it. Let's move that timeline back a bit. Split the clip into 2 clips at the current frame. I click on this button, I select this unwanted frame and delete it. It's an instructional video, so I'm just going to move the timeline to near the end. Click on the message button and voila, our Hello World application is complete. Lovely, and that's where I'd like to finish it. Again, I split the clip, select this last bit that I can delete, and now video effects. At the end, I'd like to fade out to black. I can select and drop that into transition. Let's reset that timeline and see what that looks like. Click on the message button and voila, our Hello World application is complete. That's lovely. That's just what I want. I can now create a movie file. Save onto my computer. Give it a file name, saving it into a directory I created earlier. Best quality for playback on my computer. Lovely. And that's our movie file created. We finished that wizard. And now you can see in C movie files, we have our movie file ready to go, and we can now upload this to Moodle if we so desire. The virtual learning environment that we use at Northwest Kent College is Moodle. That's where we like to put stuff. I'm going to place my Hello World video file in my Unit 18 Software Design and Development course for my students to access and play on their computers. Now we can upload our video file onto Moodle. We'll scroll down, select Files, a directory I previously created, upload our file. Here it is, my Hello World file. Once we have successfully uploaded our file to Moodle, we can then link to that file from the front page. We turn editing on, scroll to the section where we would like to add our file, spin a big gear. Here we go. Add a resource, link to file, name that file, description, choose the file we previously uploaded. Save and return to course. Turn editing off. and scroll to make sure that that's been successfully linked from the front page. There we go. This file can now be accessed by the students and played on their computer. I have chosen to use a free iPod video converter to convert my Hello World video file into MP4 format, able to be played on the iPod or possibly the iPhone. Let's start by downloading Videora. Free iPod video converter, that's the one. Download now. Save the file into a directory I created earlier. There it is. We want to now install that, so we double click. We continue to make our way through the wizard, agreeing to terms and conditions, sticking to default settings for simplicity, saving it in the default directory, install. Now we can run Videora and finish with the wizard. There it is. Looking in the settings menu, we are able to select a destination device. For demonstration purposes, I'll choose the iPhone 3GS and save settings. In the Convert menu, select the Video File tab and Normal Mode. Start by selecting the file. There's our Hello World movie file. We would like to place that resulting MP4 file, and next. Our title, Hello World. Stick with the default settings. And start converting. Lovely, conversion complete. Now let's have a look at the file. And there's our MP4 file that can be uploaded to Moodle, and then the students can copy this using iTunes and place this file onto their iPhone. iTunes is Apple technology used to organise movies and music on the iPod, iPhone and iPad. We are able to download this application from the internet in order to transfer our Hello World MP4 file from the computer to the iPod. I'm borrowing my hubby's iPod, so this will be our final destination for now. Again, we can download this application from the internet at no cost. That looks good. iTunes. And there we go. With iTunes now available from our Startup menu, we need to plug in the iPod and drag the appropriate file across. If you notice on the left hand side, it's now added a new device called Dave's iPod. Here's our Hello World MP4 file. We'd like to drag that onto Dave's iPod. Have a look in Movies. And there we go, Hello World. We can now play that file on the iPod. In summary, we used CamStudio for our screen capturing, which we then edited and published using Windows Movie Maker, at which point we had the option to upload this video file to Moodle, viewable on student PCs. We also converted this file to an MP4 format using Videora, able then to be transferred to the iPod using iTunes, and all without expense. And that, my friend, draws our journey to an end. I hope you've enjoyed making a screencast, and I bid you farewell.